Okay. Come to an easy seat to begin with at the top of your mat. And can you see me, Vicki? Can you? Okay, thank you. I want to give you just a little bit of information before we start practicing today. And if anybody needs to get off at 20 minutes, I will indicate when that is. Otherwise, it'll probably be at half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. And I want to give you a little information on energy medicine. We talked about two energy systems last week, spleen and triple warmer. And they're a pair, they're a yin and a yang. And if you trace meridian in reverse, you're sedating it. If you trace it the way it naturally flows, you're strengthening it. And we're going to work a little bit with that today. And this information is a combination of Donna Eden's energy medicine and Lauren Walker's yoga. So first I want us to trace our triple warmer in reverse because we want to sedate it. It's overactive, and we'll be tracing the spleen meridian the way we want it to flow, so we'll be strengthening it. So take your right finger to your left temple, right by your eyebrow, and go over to your ear, back around behind your ear, down your shoulder, down the back side of your arm, off your funny bone, and come to the webbing between the ring finger and your little finger, and come up off the side of your ring finger and just flick that off. That's triple warmer. We'll go to the other side and do the same thing. We're sedating triple warmer, letting it know, and we're safe. Everything is okay here. Down the back of your arm, down to the webbing between your ring and your little finger, and off the side of your ring finger. And flick your hands, just shake it off a little bit. And if you bring your feet out in front of you in a butterfly position, take your peace fingers and run them from along the inside of your big toe, along the side of your foot, up the inside of your legs, coming to the hips, and then just come up straight above the arm crease and then back down to your side seam on your shirt. This is along the spleen meridian. Okay, that's just a piece of information. We want to strengthen that spleen and quite often calm the triple warmer. Now, if you'll come down onto your backs and let's elevate, let's use that rolled up blanket. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but we'll use the same props that we usually do. Something to elevate the chest just a little bit. You can put a block behind your head and take just a few breaths, reclined with your heart open. Just paying attention to your breath. Not changing it, just noticing it. Now begin to deepen your breaths and elongate your exhales. Bring yourself back up to a seated position. You can roll off to one side. Remove the prop from behind your chest and come back to Siddhasana. We're going to move to the energy medicine wake up. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Find the tips of your collarbone, come out an inch and down an inch, and begin thumping there. K27, this is an on-off button for our energy systems. Getting our energy moving forward. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Come to the top of your sternum, waking up the immune system. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Moving to the side seam of your body, beneath the breast. This is a point on your spleen meridian, helping you digest new information, food, experiences. Moving up to your cheekbones, right below the pupils of your eyes. I tap lightly there. This is on your stomach meridian, helping with your grounding to the earth. Bring your hands to your thighs and just notice what you notice. It may be tingling. Where our attention goes, energy flows. And we want to be able to work intentionally with our energy systems. Now, do a little homolateral tapping. This is the way our energy habits flow. Dust that off and bring to cross crawl, crossing your energy over your body, over the midline of your body, helping pattern. It's good for the brain. What's this? What are we doing here? Moving our energy. Dust that off. And now let's take a few, changing our breath pattern, and take a few Ujjayi breaths. I love the graphic that was sent out today. It shows the chakras. When we practice that Ujjayi breath, we're bringing that energy up, that it's more than just our stomach muscles, it's the core of our body. So with a slight constriction in the back of your throat, take 5 Ujjayi breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. This is posture correcting for me. When I employ that breath, I can feel my body come into a good alignment. And if you only have a chance to pay attention to your breath and do an energy medicine, wake up, you've set yourself up for a better day than if you haven't been able to do that. So let's begin making some body circles. Continuing with the Ujjayi breath. Waking up our spine. Switching directions with those circles. Coming back to center with a tall spine. Let's circle sweep our arms up to high mountain and climb that rope above us, reaching first with the right, then with the left, creating lots of space from our sit bones up through our side bodies. Next time your arms are up, circle sweep down and come to all fours. Roll forward, however it's comfortable for you to get to all fours. Tabletop, spread your fingers, grip through your fingertips and your palms. Your knees are right under your hips. Take two breaths here, and then we'll move into cat-cows, beginning with a movement of your pelvis, tipping it down. On an inhale, shining the heart forward. Exhale, round your spine, arch your back. Do 3 more of these, your own breath, your own rhythm. Arching that back. The pelvis begins the movement in each direction. Now do a few movements, body circles, using your belly button to draw circles on the floor one way, and then the other. Coming back to tabletop, extend the right leg back, placing your toes on the floor, coming into a runner's lunge, rocking back and forth on your toes, stretching up your calf, the bottom of your foot. Maybe let that foot roll over on the top side so you're pressing the top of your foot down, then back over the toes and extend that heel back, feeling a nice stretch. and then come back up. So you're supported in, you're in a three-legged tabletop here, and then raise that right foot, the heel pressing back towards the back wall. And then bring that foot over behind you to the floor, to your left. Your toes are on the floor. And then look over your shoulder at those toes. Take 3 breaths here. After your 3rd breath, raise that right foot, bring it back behind you, push the heel back, and then bring your right knee in to match your left. Float a cat and a cow. Then in a neutral table, extend that left foot back, toes to the ground, runner's lunge. Begin to rock gently and wake up the back of your leg, the bottom of your foot, those toes. Let that come to the front of your foot, wake it up a little bit. Raise your left leg hip height. Cross it over your right foot, bring those toes to the floor, and look over your right shoulder. And enjoy 3 breaths here. After the 3rd breath, lift that left leg, press it to the back of the room long, and then bring it your knees down to match. Do 2 cat-cows here. Curl your toes under and coming into a downward dog. Knees bent as much as you need. Raise the hips to the sky and pedal out your legs and your feet. Letting your head hang heavy. Come up on your toes. Let your heels drop towards the ground. Come up on your toes. Look forward between your hands and make your way to the top of your mat in a forward fold. Knees bend as much as you need. Just getting our bodies awakened here. On your next inhale, do a halfway lift. Spine is straight, head pointing forward, tail back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, roll up. Your hands can trace the front of your legs. Roll up 1 vertebra at a time, coming to a mountain pose, hands facing forward. Deep breath. Now circle sweep your arms to high mountain, palms facing each other. Exhale, hands to heart center. Circle sweep your hands to high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweeping your arms up to high mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Do 2 more just like that. Inhaling to high mountain. Exhaling to forward fold. Inhaling halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to high mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. This one completely on your own. Bring hands to heart center. Take 3 more Ujjayi breaths. Taking your attention to those breaths. And if you need to leave us, this is the time you need to go. Circle sweep your arms up to high mountain. Swan down to dive down to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Circle sweep your arms up to high mountain. Exhale, your hands down to heart center. Bend your knees, and we're going to connect heaven and earth. So a slight bend in the knees. On an inhale, raise your right palm as high as you can with a flat towards the ceiling. Your left palm comes down by your side. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, left hand high. Right hand. 2 more with your breath. Inhaling as you extend and press down. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Switching. Left palm high. 1 more on each side. Leading with hands at heart center. Then inhale to high mountain and Celtic weave into a forward fold. You're crossing your elbows at the midline of your body and hang in a forward fold for 1 breath. And then take your peace fingers and trace up spleen coming along the inside of your foot, the inside of your legs, flaring out when you get to the groin to your hips, up past your arm crease, and then back down to that first point that we thumped on our side bodies. And we're going to do 2 more of those. Circle sweeping the arms up, Celtic weave into a forward fold. Trace up spleen, strengthening that. This is one of the systems that women especially need to strengthen. Circle sweep up, Celtic weave, forward fold, traced up spleen. Circle sweep your arms up, swan dive down, and just release your back in this forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Circle sweep your arms up. Swan dive down. Step back to downward facing dog. Placing your hands under your shoulders. On your next inhale, come forward to plank. You can drop your knees down if you need to, or you high plank. On your next inhale, come back to downward facing dog. Drop your knees to all fours. Push back to child's pose. On your next inhale, come back to tabletop and move your hands about one handprint in front of where they're positioned now. And we're going to do a little bit of a flow here between child's pose, all fours, and up dog. So on an inhale, come back to child's, exhale. Inhale to tabletop, come forward to up dog, exhale. Inhale back to all fours, exhale to child's. Inhale table, exhale up dog. Inhale table, engaging the core. Exhale child's. Do 3 more just like that, your breath. Meeting in table with a neutral spine. Move your hands back just a little bit. Spread the knees wide, bring your toe mounts together and come back into a wide knees child's pose. Extend the arms out, feeling a nice stretch under the arms, that soft tissue. On your next inhale, come back up to child's pose, bring the knees in, and make your way to Siddhasana. Or a comfortable seat on your mat. Bring your fingertips to your forehead, meeting like on the side seam of your forehead, and press your fingers in. Pull out with some pressure to your temples. Do this 3 times. This is calming triple warmer when we need to calm it. And the 3rd time, go up and around your ears, down the back of your neck, grabbing onto the top of your shoulders and letting the weight of your elbows pull those, give some pressure there. And then let your fingertips slide down over that and meet at heart center. We're going to do Sufi heart, removing the hand that's closest to your heart on an inhale, sweeping back, around, and up on the inhale. On the exhale, you bring your hand back to heart center, and then take your hand, your opposite hand, up, back, and around. You can follow this with your eyes, or you can close your eyes. This is a Leah movement, very gentle, scooping up that unconditional love and bringing it into your heart. Unconditional love for you and all you interact with. 2 more on each side. Meeting with hands at heart center. And then hug your knees and let's roll onto our backs. And then hug your knees into your chest. Extend your legs towards the ceiling, feet flexed. And do some ankle circles here. One direction. And then the other. And then point and flex. Point your toes up to the ceiling and then flex back towards your shins. 2 more times. Then bend your knees and bring your feet to your mat. Positioning your feet close to your hips, we're going to do a bridge pose. So palms to the floor. You can scoot your shoulder blades under your back a little bit so your heart is shining towards the ceiling. Then on an inhale, push through your feet, come up into a bridge. Your hands are still on your mat, palms down. Take 3 breaths here. Then lower your hips to the floor. On your next inhale, raise your hips. Exhale, hips to the floor. One more time. Exhale, hips to the floor. The next time, move into a moving bridge. So on your inhale, hips come up, arms come up, reach to the floor overhead, stretching long. Exhale, hips and hands to the floor. Do 4 more just like that. Your breath, rainbowing the arms, hands, hips coming to the floor at the same time. The next time your hands and your hips are on the floor, hug those knees in again, give them a squeeze, and let's make some circles with our knees, opposite directions, opening the hips a little bit more here. reverse the direction. And then squeeze the knees in, and we're going to come into a side body twist. So tee out those arms and let your knees fall towards the right, any amount. Keeping your shoulder blades on the mat if that's available. And take 3 breaths here. Next inhale brings those knees back to your chest. Give them a hug. Tee out your arms and let the knees fall to the left. Bring your knees back to center. Hug them. And then we're gonna take a couple of minutes here. I'm gonna play in Happy Baby with a smile on my face, and you can take any moves that your body is calling for that we haven't done yet. So you'll have about 2 minutes, so this is your time to listen closely to your body and do what it needs to help complete this practice before we move into corpse pose. If you're in Happy Baby, you want to be smiling because babies are happy when they're getting to play like this, learning to roll over. When you feel like you've completed what your body needs with that movement, then bring the knees back into the chest and hug them. Make a tight ball on inhale. Exhale. Begin relaxing down to Shavasana. Bringing your feet to the floor. Finding a comfortable position for your legs. Rubbing the palms of your hands together over your heart space, creating some heat. And then cupping your eyes, the palms of your hands on your cheekbones, your fingers into your hairline. We take so much information in through our eyes that our eyes hold a lot of the tension in our bodies. So if we could bring a little heat to them, helps us to relax. Keep your palms there as long as it feels comfortable to you. And then let your hands slide either down onto your body, like one hand maybe over your heart space and one on your belly, or to the mat, your choice. And enjoy the support of Mother Earth, cradling you, holding you. Releasing any place that you feel tension, send your breath there and invite it to relax. Elongating your exhales. Again, deepening your breath, noticing that oxygen flow to all parts of your body. Maybe bring a little movement into your fingers and your toes. Maybe making circles with your wrist. Bringing your arms over your head and enjoy a good morning stretch. Fingers to toes. And then roll over onto one side, your choice, or rock your way up to a seated Siddhasana. We'll meet together in Siddhasana, our palms on our knees. And let's close with a hum. So take a deep inhale and exhale through your mouth. Then inhale to a hum. Om Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. May you have peace, peace, peace. Thank you. I invite you to unmute yourselves. I'm going to stop the recording.